watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome, high school baseball fans, to FSPN's coverage of South Florida high school baseball. And we have a good one for you today from G. Holmes Braddock High School. We have the visiting Panthers of Palmetto that are led by their head coach, Wayne Hendricks. And the head coach for the home Bulldogs is Harold Martinez. We should have a good one for you today. On the mound for the Panthers, it's Fernando Gutierrez. And on the mound for the home Bulldogs, it's Alvaro Perez. I'm Uncle Muggs bringing you the play-by-play today. Our broadcast is being brought to you by Florida State Tentless Termite Service. Give them a call if you don't want that carp on your house. We'll be right back with the starting lineups and the defense right after this. Welcome, high school baseball fans, to another good game here in West Kendall between the Palmetto Panthers and the home team, the Braddock Bulldogs, the 9-1-1 Braddock Bulldogs, the number 3 ranked in the county Braddock Bulldog. The Bulldogs that have 6 starters that are hitting over 350, and they're going to take on the 3-5 Palmetto Panthers, and you're watching it right here on FSPN. Let's go over the starting lineup now that we have an opportunity. And before anybody hits a home run, the last time I was here, there was a home run hit before I can even go through the lineup. The leadoff batter for the Palmetto Panthers is Jack Gordon. He'll be playing center field. He's followed by Sebastian Hernandez, the shortstop. Then it'll be Christian Dixon, the DH. The fourth batter is Johnny Montez. He'll be playing first base, and he'll be followed by Christopher Batres, and he'll be playing left field. The second baseman is Max Sotolongo, and he'll be followed by Ethan Fraginales, and he'll be playing third base. The right fielder is Isaiah Revuelta, and the catcher is Blake Fuller. I'll go over the Braddock defense in just a second. We're about to get underway here at Braddock Field. I'll go over the defense in just a moment for these Braddock Bulldogs. I can tell you the battery is Alvaro Perez. He's the right-hander. He's on the mound. Behind the plate is Sebastian Llamosas, and he's going to face Jack Gordon, the leadoff batter. Perez starts off with a strike swinging. Beautiful day for baseball. It's about 85 degrees. A little bit of wind coming in from left field. Let's bring up the scoreboard. Another swing and a miss, and looks like Perez took a little bit off that one. Caught the outside corner and swing quickly. There's 2 strikes to count to the leadoff batter, Jack Gordon. He'll be followed by Sebastian Hernandez. 9-1-1, these Braddock Bulldogs under head coach Harold Martinez. And a far cry from last year's start of 1-6. But now they're a force to be reckoned with here in Dade County. Here's the 0-2, way outside, gets away from Llamosas. The only chink in the armor to these Braddock Bulldogs came from the Breezy Boys over in West Broward, and that was almost like a month ago. That was like ancient history. The 1-2 swung on, and there's a strikeout. The first one of the day and the first out of the inning. With 1 out, the Panthers send up to the box Sebastian Hernandez. He's the shortstop. He'll be followed by Christian Dixon, the DH. And they're going to face Alvaro Perez, who's starting pitcher. Misses the outside corner there for a ball. Perez is pitching from the modified windup, modified full windup that's really popular nowadays. It's not a full windup, and it's not from the stretch. It's a hybrid. And it's 2-0 quickly to the shortstop, Sebastian Hernandez. Uncle Muggs here. Pull up a chair. We're going to be here for a couple hours. Hopefully have a good game for you. Grab yourself a cold beverage. That ball's popped up to the right side of the infield. Now we got a chance to go over the defense real quick. Behind the plate, like I said, Sebastian Llamosas. Andy Sarmiento's at first base. He just chased down that foul ball. Adam Hernandez is at second. The Nova commit Manny Sanchez at shortstop. Brian Martinez is at third base. And your outfield is Sarmiento, Torres, and Gonzalez. A nice slider just a little bit away. Going to be a walk with one out. It's going to bring up Christian Dixon. He'll be followed by Johnny Montez. Then it's Christopher Batres and Max Sotolongo. Thanks for joining us, everybody. You're watching FSPN. Remember, this Sunday, we're going to have Inside the Park, and it's going to be a St. Patrick's Day special. You don't want to miss that one. Uncle Muggs is going to be dressed as a leprechaun. We're going to go through the top 12, the Miami top 12, Dade County top 12. That one's grounded over to Martinez at third. He's going to go to one to Sarmiento. Hernandez over to Sarmiento, and they're going to turn two. And that's a pitcher's best friend. No score. We're going to head to the bottom of the first inning from Braddock Field, and you're watching FSPN.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome, high school baseball fans, to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball, South Florida style. We have the Palmetto Panthers visiting the Braddock Bulldogs today in a mid-season game. Most of the teams have played 10 games already. The Braddock Bulldogs have 9 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. The Palmetto Panthers are coming in 3-8. On the mound for the Panthers is the right-hander Fernando Gutierrez. And let's go over the starting lineup for the Braddock Bulldogs here before somebody hits a home run. The leadoff batter is Adam Hernandez. He'll be playing second base. He'll be followed by Jorge Gonzalez, the right fielder. Then it's Manny Sanchez, the Nova commit at shortstop. The fourth batter is Marcelo Torres, and he'll be playing center field. He'll be followed by Brian Martinez at third base. Then it's Sebastian Llamosas behind the plate. Andy Sarmiento's batting seventh. Adam Sarmiento's batting eighth. Mikey Sanchez is the DH rounding out the lineup. And there it is, first pitch swinging. Boy, he always does that to me. And there's a base hit for Adam Hernandez. You can't sit around on this guy. You can't even blink when Adam's up. Another base hit, leadoff. Nobody out in the bottom of the first. No score from Braddock Field, which I heard that they're going to do over after the season's done with. They're going to completely re-sod this thing. They probably got to lift it up a little bit because of the water retention here. And it's going to come out beautiful. It's a great school, a great culture for baseball. Harold Martinez has got these guys dialed in this year. 9-1-1. Here's the pitch from Gutierrez to Gonzalez. Swung on and hit to the right side, and it gets past the first baseman Montes. And there goes Hernandez. He's going to go all the way. There's a throw, but they're not going to get Hernandez. They're not even close. We're going to have Bulldogs on first and third. Bulldogs have 6 starters that are hitting over 350. Everybody here hits the ball. Even the bat boy's hitting like 250. The guy in the food truck can hit. Gutierrez on the mound. I'll go over the defense for. There's a throw back to first, and I think they're going to get him. And they sure do. Boy, I don't know what Gonzalez was thinking about over there for these visiting Panthers of Palmetto, who are led by their head coach, Wayne Hendricks. They belong to District 16, 7A class. And like I mentioned, they're 3-8 this season. And your starting lineup for the Bulldogs, Adam Hernandez that led off with a base hit and now standing on third base. Second batter was Jorge Gonzalez, and he got a base hit and was picked off at first. Manny Sanchez is now the batter, and then Marcelo Torres is in the hole, followed by Brian Martinez. And don't blink, folks, because everybody up and down this Bulldog lineup can hit. And that was a weak swing there by Sanchez. Unlike him, he got fooled with a high slider. Warm day for a spring. Boy, I'll tell you, it's hot today. And there's a shot right at the third baseman, Ethan, who goes over to first for Johnny Montez. And Hernandez had to stay put because that got up on third base quick. In the box now is the fourth batter, Marcelo Torres, and he went bye the last time we were here. He takes that fastball high with 2 outs, no score, bottom of the first inning. The Bulldogs have a runner on first base in the likes of Adam Hernandez, who singled on the first pitch of the game, and he's becoming a habit of that. I don't want to give too much away to the opposition, but boy, Can't throw Hernandez a strike on the first pitch of the game. He'll make your neck hurt. 2-0 now the count to the fourth batter, Torres. He'll be followed by Brian Martinez, who also has a habit of going deep here. Gutierrez throws, and that's a strike called. 2 balls and 1 strike now to the fourth batter for the Bulldogs, Marcelo Torres. He's a center fielder. He wears my favorite number, 23. There's a look at Gutierrez. And that one smoked right up the middle. An RBI base hit. The Bulldogs are on the board first. And that one's bobbled in the outfield, and there he goes. He's got some speed, too, for a fourth batter. And he's going to be safe at second base. Marcelo Torres cashing in for the Bulldogs. Now it's 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And the home team is batting for the first time with a runner on second base and 2 outs. The third baseman for these Bulldogs is going to face Fernando Gutierrez, the right-handed pitcher for the Panthers. Torres on second base, and there's a strike inside. Gutierrez using that inside half of the plate very effectively. These Bulldogs hitters are laying off of that pitch. Bottom of the first, 1 run, and that's the way you want to start things. Can't see a smile on Harold Martinez yet, but, we'll get 5 more, and he'll start. And there's one that's roped, and if it's fair, it's just foul. Just foul. Martinez got around on that one. That would have been another run. Easy. So the count is now 0-2 to the third baseman. Runner on second. 1-0. Uncle Muggs in West Kendall. Tomorrow we have a good one, a night game at Southwest. We have the Miami Beach High Tides taking on Mandy Pelaez's Southwest Eagles, who are starting to put things together. They're on the right track. I think they got 1 game above 500. The count here is 1 ball and 2 strikes to the third baseman, Martinez. The big catcher is on deck. And they're facing Fernando Gutierrez, and that one's just a little bit high to even the count at 2-2. Base hit here, score a run. Don't be fooled. Marcelo Torres is a fourth batter, but he also plays center field, and he's got good wheels. And with 2 outs, we'll have a tremendous jump. Nobody's holding on. That one, wow, just missed to fill up the count. Good eye by Martinez. Boy, I would have swung at that one. Nice crowd on hand. There always is here. The Bulldog faithful supporting their 144 boys. And why not? They're 9-1-1. They've been the talk of the town here. Gutierrez comes set. The payoff pitch, and they're going to walk the fifth batter, Martinez, and it's going to bring up Sebastian Llamosas. The Bulldogs bring up Sebastian Llamosas, the big catcher. Boy, he can hit, spray the ball everywhere, hits with power. Even his ground balls are hard. Wouldn't be surprised with good contact to see good contact here from Llamosas. He'll be followed by Andy Sarmiento, the first baseman, who's another big guy. And they're going to face Fernando Gutierrez here in the bottom of the first, 1-0. And there's a first pitch swing, and there's a lazy foul ball to Bartez in left field, who's calling it. He comes in. And, boy, that one looked like it touched the ground, and it sure did. We're going to get another run scored here. It's going to be 2-0 in the bottom half of the first. To run for the catcher, Llamosas. It was a lazy pop fly hit by Llamosas that fell right in front of the left fielder, Bartez. He's going to score another run for the home team. So it's 2-0. I'm starting to see a smile on Martinez's face. Is that a smile? No, the sun was in his eyes. There's no smile yet. Runners on first and third for the Bulldogs. I'll tell you when he's smiling. Sarmiento goes yard here, and he's going to start laughing. And that one's well hit to left field and foul. 2 outs, 2 runs scored, bottom of the second inning at Braddock Field, and they have runners in the corner. It's not over yet. These Bulldogs can hit, and they can do it in bunches. They can small ball you. They can hit it out of the yard. Next couple weeks, I wouldn't want to face these Bulldogs. They are on fire. Sarmiento steps in, and he fouls that one at the plate. There's a good one there. That one's taken up high. Evens the count now at 2-2. Runners on second and third. A base hit will put a real crooked number on the board for these home Bulldogs. Gutierrez shakes off Fuller a couple times. They finally come to agreement on a pitch that they like, and there it is. It's a fastball, and it's roped in left field. And if it falls in, it's going to be another run and possibly two. There's going to be a play at the plate. Not in time. The pinch runner is going to score. It's going to be 4-0 in favor of the home team, and we're like 10 minutes into this game. 4-0, folks. Told you these guys get hit. Big difference from last year's Braddock Bulldog team. They started off 1-6. They're 9-1-1 today. Sarmiento takes one. Adam takes one up high for ball one. There's a look at your pitcher, Gutierrez. And that one's a little low. 2-0 the count. Mikey Sanchez is on deck. He's the ninth batter for these Bulldogs. With two outs, they've already scored a couple runs here. Four in total. That one's kicked right back to the mound. Gutierrez is going to pick it up and lob it underhand to Montez for the third out. But the Bulldogs are going to leave one. They're going to get four. And we're going to head to the top of the second inning with your score 4-0 from Braddock Field. And you're watching FSPN. Welcome back to G. Holmes Braddock Field for some spring baseball in Kendall between the visiting Panthers and the home team, the Braddock Bulldogs. It's 4-0. We're heading to the top of the fourth inning. The pitcher is Alvaro Perez, and he's going to face 4, 5, and 6 for the Panthers. The first ball's over for a strike. In there for the Panthers now, it's Johnny Montez, the first baseman. He'll be followed by Christopher Batres. And then it's Max Sotolongo, the second baseman. Nobody out. 1-1 the count. Let's take a look at your pitcher. And there's a good look at the junior. The righty, Alvaro Perez. Gets his sign from his battery mate, Sebastian Yamoses. And he calls a good one, a fastball in the outside corner. The count now is 1-2. Johnny Montez. Alvaro was able to retire the Panthers in order, and there's that slider again. And it's got some good movement on it. If he could start that a little closer to the right-handed batter's hands, he's going to have himself a nasty wipeout slider. Let's see if he goes to it again. Yeah, Moses is looking inside the dugout. Maybe Jeff Lane's over there calling some pitches. Perez comes set. Here's the 1-2. Boy, fastball. And he had some giddy up on it. Now the count from Braddock Field. Just outside for ball four. And with the runner on first base in the top of the second, the Panthers are going to send up Christopher Bartes, the left fielder, and he'll be followed by Max Sotolongo. Christopher Batres in a 4-0 game. Top of the second, Bartes is squaring off. And that one's thrown a little bit high and inside. There's a look at Martinez in on the grass at third base. He squares off in 3-0. And that one's off of Yamoses' glove. Montez is going to scoot to second base. You're going to have runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. And it's going to bring up the Panther second baseman, Max Sotolongo. Remember to subscribe. Don't forget Inside the Park this Sunday. It's going to be great. It's going to be hilarious. I'm not going to give too much away, but it is St. Patrick's Day. I want to thank our friends over at Florida State Tentless Termite Treatment. Give them a call. Mention this, that you heard it here, and you get 10% off. 305-669-9292. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of my top 12. Here it is. Top 12. I got Springs, Columbus, Braddock, True North, Doral, Florida Christian, San Brendan's, Miami Christian, Varela. I got Pace in there, and then it's Key West and Westminster. And he's squaring a bunt again. Boy, they're bunt happy. Max Sotolonco squares off, and he takes out one in the dirt. And Alvaro Perez, the starter for the Bulldogs, is having some control issues here. Here's a good look at the second runner on second base. Perez from the stretch. Martinez in on the grass. Hey, there's a strike. Haven't seen one of those in a few minutes. Max, the batter. Alvaro Perez, the pitcher. Sebastian Yamoses behind the plate. 1-2 inside and just sawed him off. Second baseman for the Panthers, Max Sotolongo. Perez looking for a strikeout here with nobody out in the top of the second in a 4-0 ball game. Doesn't want to give too much away here. There's that slider that just nice block by Yamoses. And these Panther hitters know that, I hope, and they'll adjust. And I think you're just going to see fastballs from now on. Perez comes set. There's a fastball low, and he's going to load the bases with 3 consecutive walks. This is not, see, that's why Harold can't smile all the time. You know, you get a 4-run lead, you think you're going to crack a smile, and then the pitcher walks 3, and now we got a situation. And I think they're coming to get him. We're going to be right back. Martinez is making his way to the mound. You're watching FSPN, everybody. Suarez, the new pitcher, and he throws one pitch, and Fragnales hits into a double play. Top of the second, 4-0 in favor of the home team. And there's a shot hit over to Hernandez at second base. He backhands it over to Sarmiento for the third out. The Panthers are going to leave 2. They're going to get none. We're going to head to the bottom of the second inning, 4-0 here from Braddock Field. You're watching FSPN. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to Braddock Field at G. Holmes Braddock High School. Have a good one between the Panthers of Palmetto and the home team, the Braddock Bulldogs. We've had a couple double plays. Alvaro Perez had to call a couple friends, and not Facebook friends, I mean pitcher's best friends. 2 double plays to end the last 2 innings. He walked the bases loaded, and right now it's the last batter, Mikey Sanchez. He's the DH. He'll be followed by Adam Hernandez, and let me introduce him quick because he likes to swing at the first pitch. So it's Adam Hernandez batting second, and then it's George Gonzalez, and he'll be followed by Manny Sanchez if anybody gets on here in the bottom of the second inning. Your score is 4-1. The Panthers did manage to get a run across on that double play, and the score is now 4-1 in favor of the home team. No outs. Swing and a miss by Sanchez. There's a good look at the Braddock bench. The 1-4-4 boys. The 9-1-1 Braddock Bulldogs, led by Harold Martinez. I got a feeling this team is going to go far in the playoffs. They're going to make some noise this year. And that one slapped on the ground just past Ethan at third base, and he's going to round, and there he goes. Mikey, they're not going to get him. Tag is not in time. The hustling Mikey Sanchez with a double. Bottom of the second in a 4-1 ball game here from Braddock Field. The leadoff batter steps in again. Hurry up and say his name. Adam Hernandez, number 17. He plays second base, and he had a base hit his last time up. And I'm talking fast because Adam Hernandez likes to swing at the first pitch, and he always gets hits every time he does that. Let's see if he does it again. Gutierrez, and this time he bunts. He squares the bunt. What a good idea there. Playing some small ball, up 4-0. Nobody expected that. Finally got to see a second pitch now from Hernandez. He singled and scored a run his first time up. On deck, it's Jorge Gonzalez, who also had a base hit his first time up, and it'll bring up the Nova commit. He squares the bunt again. That one's a little high, but he bunts it right back to the mound. Gutierrez picks it up, fires it over to Montez at first base. The runner cruises into third, so Sanchez is in running scoring position. Okay, Hernandez bunted Sanchez over to third base, and in the box now from the left side, it's Jorge Gonzalez. Let's take a look at George there and the rest of the Bulldog bench. 4-1 ball game, bottom of the second inning against the pitcher Gutierrez for the visiting Panthers with Sanchez on third. Fernandez takes one over for a strike, bunted him over, and here's Hernandez with one strike. Swing and a miss. That looked like a changeup that just tailed away from him a little bit. The Panthers are wearing the light blue tops with the white pants and the blue pinstripes, and the infield is completely in. Let's take a look at the infield there. And that one's hit high and deep in the right center field. Gonzalez looking at it, and that one leaves the yard. You can say bye, bye, bye. A two-run home run for the right fielder, George Gonzalez, and that's going to give the Bulldogs a 6-1 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. And here comes the kaboom, folks. Here it comes. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Boom! There it is. Just like that, the Bulldogs are up 6-1. Brief mound visit from head coach Wayne Hendricks, talking to his pitcher Fernando Gutierrez, who just gave up a two-run bomb to Jorge Gonzalez. It's going to bring up Manny Sanchez now. And be careful. Oh, and he bunts down to the right side of the mound. Gutierrez picks it up and he fires over to Montez. And he gets him just by half a step. Boy, but Sanchez really freaked everybody out there. I didn't think he was going to bunt at all. Marcelo Torres is the batter in the bottom of the second inning, and your score is 6-1 with 2 outs in favor of the home team, the Harold Martinez-led Braddock Bulldog. And your batter is Marcelo Torres, the fourth batter, wearing number 23. And he's facing Fernando Gutierrez, the pitcher for the Panthers. Here's the 2-0. Swung on. Just got a little piece of it. George Gonzalez, boy, he hit one deep over by the scoreboard. 1-2 now the count to the fourth batter, the center fielder Marcelo Torres. And he's no stranger to rounding the bases. He can hit one out of here in a hurry. Two out, top bottom of the second. That one's inside. Bulldogs scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second. The Panthers scored 1 in the top of the second. And they're really rattling Fernando Gutierrez here. And there's a strike. Almost a good play over there by Harold Martinez, the third base coach. And he was one heck of a player in his day. Well, he hit over 400 as a freshman at UM and had a great career at the University of Miami. Long time and a well-liked Hurricane. Now he's here at Braddock. Here's the 1-2. And he walks Torres. Brian Martinez, number 70, steps into the box for these home Bulldogs in a 6-1 game in the bottom of the second inning. The visiting team is the Palmetto Panthers. Torres got walked. Fernandez dropped a bomb. And with 2 out, it's not over. Martinez, no stranger to rounding the bases. He was walked his first time up, scored a run. Yamosas, the big catcher's on deck. Having a good time here in the booth with Matthew. There's a ground ball. Matthew, a JV player. He also operates the scoreboard. He makes Cuban coffee. He drives the food truck. He's in charge of the valet parking, and he does vacuuming. So if you need a JV player to come vacuum your house, you know where to find Matthew. Here we have a 6-1 ball game with a runner on first and the likes of Marcelo Torres, who was walked. There's the 1-2. Oh, boy, Martinez just missed that one. Fouled it straight back. Play-by-play. You don't want to miss this Sunday show. I mean, if you thought last Sunday was funny with the flags and everything like that, wait till you see what I have up my sleeve this week with St. Patrick's Day. Don't tell anything to Chappie, but it's going to be hilarious. I'm going to dress Chappie. Both Chappie and myself are going to dress like elves. Here's the 1-2. Inside, taken. He didn't call that. Did he call that? On the mound, he came in for Alvaro Perez. There goes Marcelo, and that ball's away. No throw. Easily going to get a stolen base and cruise in there for Marcelo Torres. Marcelo's 1 for 1 today, a hit and a walk. And now Gutierrez has his hands full with 2-2 to Martinez. Martinez is the 5th batter. If he doesn't watch out, Martinez, Moses is on deck. There's one slap foul again. 9-1-1, these Bulldogs. Gutierrez with a slider, and Martinez swings through it for the 3rd out. The Bulldogs are going to leave 1. They're going to get 2, and we're going to head to the top of the 3rd inning with your score 6-1, and you're watching FSPN from Braddock Field. Don't go away, anyone. Subscribe, and please follow us. Welcome back to G. Holmes Braddock Senior High School for some high school baseball between the visiting Panthers and the home team, the Braddock Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are up 6-1. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. We have a new pitcher, Rances Suarez. He was a transfer from Doral, used to be a Firebird, but now he's a Bulldog. I like the way the blue looks on him. And he's going to face 8-9-1 for the visiting Panthers in Isaiah Revuelta, the right fielder. Suarez can bring it to the plate in a hurry. Tell you what, if Moses can throw it back to the pitcher in the air, we might win a game. Blake Fuller's on deck, and he'll be followed by the leadoff batter, Jack Gordon. The defense remains the same for the Bulldogs. Here's the 0-1 right down the middle, and that one's nubbed over to the shortstop right behind the mound. Tough play for Sanchez, and he gets away from Sarmiento. And there's a lot of room in foul territory here in Braddock Field. But the runner's going to stay to first. Boy, that ball was hit with a wet newspaper, and it just got over the pitcher. Sanchez came in and made a tough acrobatic play, and it was too late over there at first base. He short hops Sarmiento, and Revuelta gets on first base with nobody. Suarez goes low and away. Nice catch there by Moses. All right, the leadoff batter, Jack Gordon's up. I must have missed a batter somewhere along the lines to face Suarez. And a nice tight slider in the dirt. Another nice stop behind the plate by Moses. In a 6-1 game. Top of the 3rd inning from Braddock High School. Suarez comes set, and there's the 1-1 swung on and missed. The runner's going to cruise into second base. In what used to be a rivalry game. I mean, maybe a couple years ago this was a rivalry game, but Braddock has won 3 out of the last 4. So in order for it to be a rivalry, the other team's got to win a couple, and there's strike 3 on a tight slider. Nice hard slider by Suarez. With 1 out and a runner on second, top of the 3rd inning, 6-1 score. The second batter, the shortstop, Sebastian Hernandez, is in there to face Rances Suarez. Suarez paints the outside corner, and I'm going to put some Gorilla Glue in his hat. As every other pitch, his hat comes off. Suarez has got pretty good control. Put that along with that nice slider, and maybe get a strikeout here. There's a ground ball over to Sanchez. Boy, he's going to fake to third. Now he's going to go to Sarmiento. And he might have had a chance, but a smart play was to get the out at first, and he did just that. 2 away. Top of the 3rd, 6-1. Third batter in the box, Christian Dixon for the Palmetto Panthers. that are led by their head coach, Wayne Hendricks. The Bulldogs have the alumni. There's that tight slider, and I think I've called his name 3 times already, but Moses, he's a backstop back there. He stopped a few already this inning with runners on base, and he stopped another one there that could have scored a run. He's giving his pitcher Suarez a lot of confidence to throw that ball in the dirt, knowing that he's going to be back there to stop it. That one just misses outside with a fastball. Two balls, one strike. Looking for a ground ball here, and there it is, a ground ball over to Hernandez. Wow, that took a bad hop, and it came off of the heel of his glove. The Panthers are going to score their second run. I'm not going to give him an error because that was a well-hit ball. Hernandez tried his best. That ball took a wicked hop on him at the end, and it rolled into center field where Torres brings it in, and that's going to face the 4th batter, Johnny Montez. Now with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd, Panthers have a runner on first base, and the batter, Johnny Montez, and that one nobody could stop. I mean, that was a 55-foot slider that just bounced right in front of the plate. Moses tried his best. Here's Johnny Montez. Sebastian Moses. Ramses Suarez is your battery. And that one just got a piece of him, and now things are getting a little complicated here. So with 2 outs, Christopher Batres, the left fielder, he walked his last time up, and he's going to face Suarez, but not before a mound visit from Jeff Lara. We're going to be right back right after this. After a brief mound visit from pitching coach Jeff Lara, he leaves Ramses Suarez, the right-hander, in there to face Christopher Batres, the 5th batter for the visiting Palmetto Panthers, with runners on first and second and 2 outs. And the Bulldogs really need Suarez to just settle in here and not complicate things. And there's a foul ball to the right side. Miller got on with an infield hit. There's a tight slider, and that one's hit over the mound. Hernandez trying to make a play on it, not in time. And 2 runs are going to come across the board. Boy, that ball was barely over Suarez, the pitcher. Hernandez had to come in a long way to glove it. Max Sotolongo's the batter for the Panthers in a 6-3 game. Have Suarez with his hands full in a 6-3 game. And there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. It got away from Moses. And the runner's going to get on by way of strikeout and fill the bases for Ethan Fraginales, the 3rd baseman. Needs a strikeout here. Bases loaded. Cannot afford any more contact. Martinez is back, and Sarmiento's back. And that's a shot hit to right field. There goes Torres. That's going to fall in the gap. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the second one. And we're going to have a 6-5 game on a base hit with 2 RBIs off the bat of Ethan Fraginales. Isaiah Revuelta is the 8th batter that comes up, and he skies that one in the right field. Fernandez is going to get it. Oh, no, it goes off of his glove. Fernandez just missed. Bro, that just hit his glove. And that run is going to score. And we've got a tie game here, folks. The wheels have come off here for the Bulldogs. It's 6-6. Suarez still in there. Pumps that one over for a strike. The Panthers have a runner on second base. Isaiah Revuelta. An error from the right fielder. Nice stop there by Moses behind the plate. There's strike 3 called. So the Panthers are going to leave 1. They're going to get 5. We're going to head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and you have a tie game here from Braddock Field. And you're watching FSPN. You're listening to Uncle Muggs, and we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Braddock Field, where we have a good one between the visiting Panthers and the home team, the Braddock Bulldogs. It's 7-6 as we go into the third inning, and we have a new arm. And quickly, there's a ground ball by Moses. He's going to be thrown out. We have a new pitcher, right-hander. Brandon Eric is the new pitcher, the right-hander. He's facing the first baseman, Andy Sarmiento. There's a ground ball by Sebastian Moses to lead off here at the bottom of the third inning. And the right-hander, nice hard thrower. Your battery's the same, Blake Fuller. Eric is facing Andy Sarmiento, and it called strike three on a ball that was really, really low. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third. Brother Adam is now up to bat. He's a left fielder. First pitch from Eric is a ball low and away. Got my trusty duct tape in my hand. There's ball 4. It's going to bring up Mikey Sanchez. They have a new pitcher. It's Brandon Eric. One hops Fuller. Oh, man, I just brought some fries. I love this place. That's why I like coming here. And not only do I see my buddy Tommy O, I get to hang out with the 144 boys and people bringing me fries. I love this place. You guys have caviar? Any caviar? No? Oysters? Okay, runner on second base, 2 outs. Bottom of the third in a 7-6 game, and a base hit here can tie this up. Sanchez with a double already. Sarmiento's on second base. And that one's lifted on the right side. Over to Isaiah Revuelta. There's been trouble there the whole day, but he puts that one away. So the Bulldogs leave one. They get none. We're going to head to the top of the fourth inning with your score 7-6 from Braddock Field, and you're watching FSPN.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the top of the fourth inning. We have a new pitcher for the Braddock Bulldogs. His name is Derek Betancourt, and he likes to throw a slider, and he put that one over for a strike. Derek is going to face 2, 3, and 4 for the visiting Panthers. Wow, that didn't. Oh, that is a strike 3 called. I was going to say that didn't miss by much because that didn't miss. So Jack Gordon is the batter, and he goes down. Strike 3, 1 out. Top of the fourth in a 7-6 game from Braddock Field. So an effective Derek Betancourt for the Bulldogs. Your battery is still Moses behind the plate. Nice strike to start things off. Sarmiento, Hernandez, Sanchez, and Martinez are in the infield. Sarmiento, Torres, and Gonzalez are in the outfield. Score is 7-6. We're in the top of the fourth. The visiting Panthers are up, and there's a nice slider, and that one's hit over to Fernandez, who dives, and it's going to get past him. And there goes Hernandez. He's going to get 2 at least. It rolls all the way to the fence. He's making his way to third. The cutoff from Hernandez, the throw to third, and it gets away, but a great backup from the pitcher. Good fundamental baseball, good coaching to have the pitcher back up third base. If not, that would have been another run. A base hit that turned into a triple for Hernandez with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. 6 runs were put on the board. 7-6 now in favor of Palmetto. And Christian Dixon, who's gotten a base hit, scored a run, and he hit into a double play. Betancourt has his hands full with the third batter here and a runner on third, and he's trying to limit the damage. Damage was done in the last inning. Boy, 6 runs. Pitch swung on, fouled, and held on to by Moses. Nice high fastball there by Betancourt. Strike 2, much needed. Now the infield can play back. Johnny Montez is the batter. He's the 4th batter for these Panthers of Palmetto. And like I said, he was hit by a pitch. He got walked. He scored twice, and a base hit here will give his team the lead. Will extend the lead. They have the lead. It's 7-6. There's a slider. Can I just say that Moses is one of the best defensive catchers in Dade County. Can I just go out on the limb and say that right now? Because you're seeing it right now. You're seeing what he's doing. I don't have to mention it. I've mentioned his name already like 6 or 7 times. Nice job of framing. He can hits for power. Big frame, big guy. One and one the count with 2 outs. That ball's hit in the air, and it's going to go between the center fielders. And we're going to have an 8-6 ball game. Torres and Sarmiento, neither one of them could get a hold of that one. A well-hit ball by Johnny Montez. The Panthers have scored in 3 straight innings. It's 8-6. The top of the 4th inning. And the 5th batter is coming up, Christopher Batres. There's a nice fastball, and that's lifted in the left field. Sarmiento is going to drop in front of him. Back-to-back hits, and they were clean hits and good hits. That one was off the bat of Christopher Batres. And with runners on first and second, Max Sotolongo steps in, and he's been walked and struck out. Runners on first and second in an 8-6 ball game, top of the 4th inning. And who would have thunk it? The 9-1-1 Braddock Bulldogs down 2 runs to the Palmetto Panthers. Here's the 1-1. Nice slider. Slap to the right side, foul. Could use a strikeout, so can the Bulldogs. And a swing and a miss, and they get it. The Panthers are going to leave 2, but they're going to get 1. Your score is going to be 8-6 from Braddock in what's starting to be an upset. And you're watching FSPN. Don't change that dial. This is good baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to a good one here at Braddock Field. It's 8-6 in the favor of the Panthers. On the mound for the Panthers of Palmetto, it's Braden Eric. It's his 2nd inning of work. He came in for Fernando Gutierrez. Eric has a nice fastball, wipeout slider. And here in the bottom of the 4th, swing and a miss by Hernandez. Singled his first time up. He bunted his 2nd time up. Now in the bottom of the 4th in an 8-6 game. I wouldn't mind saying bye to one right here. He'll be followed by Jorge Gonzalez, who homered his last time up. Base hit his first time up. Hernandez looks at that one up high. Is the pitcher. That one swung on and slapped to the left side for a base hit, and that's a leadoff base hit, and that's exactly what the Bulldogs needed to get their leadoff man on, Adam Hernandez, to bring up Jorge Gonzalez. All right, Jorge Gonzalez steps in already with a home run to his name and a base hit. And unfortunately, we're going to give him an error to his name too, but that's part of the game, and that's why we play baseball. And here's a chance to redeem himself against Eric, and he hits at the first pitch over the shortstop. He's clutch. Hernandez is going to try his arm. He's going to try Gordon's arm, and he's going to beat him by a lot. The runner's going to go to second. The hustling George Gonzalez, and now it's going to bring up Manny Sanchez. In the box now is the Nova commit, the shortstop with the infield in. Let's take a look at that infield. Yeah, they're all in there. They're trying to cut down a runner at home. Now the corners are just in for Manny Sanchez, who takes the first pitch from Eric outside. And I'll tell you, George Gonzalez has come in clutch. He has 3 hits on the day, 2 base hits and a home run. And he's standing on second base on a hustle double. And Hernandez is on third, and there's one right back up the middle. We're going to have a tie game because there's no way you're going to catch George Gonzalez if they send him, but they didn't send him. Come on, Martinez. He would have been safe. Manny Sanchez and Jorge Gonzalez have come in clutch. Not only clutch, but they're the whole transmission. And here's a guy I don't want to face. I don't want to face Marcelo Torres' 8-7 ball game in the bottom of the 4th, down by 1 with runners on first and second. Ay, Papa, watch out the 3-run job. Good eye. Good patience. Good take there by the fourth batter. Sanchez on first, Jorge Gonzalez on third. The leadoff batter, Adam Hernandez, scored on his leadoff base hit. The corners are in. Nice stop behind the plate by Fuller. Could have saved the tying run. Gonzalez is the tying run on third base. Manny Sanchez, that overcommit, is standing on first, but not for long. I got a feeling he's going to go on this one. And if Marcelo Torres gets anything he can handle, I'm going in sync. That one's up high. You know what in sync is, right, Tito? Marcelo Torres, the batter. Boy, and he got one to hit to right field. It's not a home run, but it's going to be down the line, and it's going to make one-run score. And here comes a hustling Manny Sanchez. The ball's way in the corner. They're not going to get him. The Bulldogs are going to take the lead back on a triple from their hitman, Marcelo Torres. Right now, we just had a bases-clearing triple by the fourth batter, Marcelo Torres. He went the opposite way, showing you his versatility. He can pull the ball with power down the line. He can spray the ball to right field. And Braden Eric is getting a taste of what these Bulldog bats can do, even though he throws a strike to Brian Martinez. Anything low around the plate, Martinez can get it out of the park in a hurry. Right now, it's 9-8. The Bulldogs have put up 3. And there's one that's hit high and deep in left center field. Gordon's going back, not enough room, but enough room for Marcelo to tag up. And you're not going to get Marcelo Torres. No. With one out in the bottom of the fourth inning, the Bulldogs have scored 4. They've taken the lead back 10-8 off of Braden Eric. And your batter is the ever dangerous, the catcher. He's been a backstop back there. He's been putting on a blocking clinic. Only a fence can stop more balls than Sebastian Yamoses. And did I tell you that these Bulldogs can hit? I told you about an hour and a half ago, they had 6 players that are hitting over 350. A couple of them, 3 of them are hitting over 400. Bases clearing triple for Marcelo Torres. The 1-1 to Yamoses, and he hits that one into center field. And there goes Jackson Gordon. And you could say bye. In sync is in the house. Another dong for Sebastian Yamoses, and the score's 11-8 in favor of the home team. And here comes the boom, folks. Don't go anywhere. Woo! Boom! There it is! 11-8 in favor of the home team. A lead switch, a bases-clearing triple, a leadoff hit by Adam Hernandez, and that's how you do that, high school baseball fans. And there's a base hit for Andy Sarmiento, and the hits just keep on coming. Well, I thought head coach Wayne Hendricks was going to come out and take out Braden Eric, but he's going to leave him in there, and he's taking a beating. A hit there by Andy Sarmiento, and that one, a bunt. Boy, nobody expected that. And a bunt after the hit attack. Harold Martinez sends him to bunt. That was Miguel Reyes that came in to hit for Adam Sarmiento, and now we have another pinch hitter. Tabarez is coming in to hit for Mikey Sanchez. All right, Miguel Reyes had laid down a beautiful, beautiful bunt right after a couple big hits, and that's some good coaching right there. And there's a strike from the Panther pitcher, Braden Eric, to the pinch hitter, Tavares. He's a right-hander. There's one out, runners on first and second base. And boy, right when you thought there was going to be an upset, and there's one that's lifted into the right center field. Gordon's going back. There's where Velta is going to make the catch for the second out. The runners are going to hold, and we're going to have two outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The momentum has shifted back to the Braddock Bulldog side. The momentum had left 144 Avenue, but now they're back. And it was all started by this guy. Adam Hernandez started this inning off with a base hit. He scored a run. Then it was Jorge Gonzalez with another base hit. And boy, the Braddock Bulldogs are back. They can hit. And there's a fastball swung on foul. 3 hits in a row by Hernandez, Gonzalez, and Sanchez. And then it was a bases-clearing triple by Marcelo Torres. He scored on Brian Martinez's sac fly. And then boom, boom, out go the lights. Sebastian Yamoses hit one deep. Sarmiento got a base hit. Reyes bunted for a hit. And there's the steady Adam Hernandez with another hit. And that one rolls all the way to the fence. We're going to get one to come across for sure. And here comes the second run, the hustling Reyes. And boy, he gets in there. And now we have a 13-8 game in favor of the home team, the Bulldogs. Well, I got so excited I forgot to change the camera, so I'm sorry about that bad camera angle, but I can tell you it's 13-8. And player of the game right now is a toss-up. Boy, there's another one. That's a 4-hit game now. 4 hits for Jorge Gonzalez. Run number 14 is going to come across. He's going to be safe at second base, and there's 14 runs, 2 touchdowns. I'm going to throw a flag on Braddock right now. What resilience, what comeback ability. Down by 2 runs at home to the visiting Panthers, the Bulldogs have put on an offensive display, and it's not over because Manny Sanchez is up, and he has a hit and scored a run. But my hats are going off to Adam Hernandez in the top of the order with George Gonzalez. 7 hits between them, folks. 7 hits, including a home run and a double. And between them, they've scored 5 runs. Just between Adam Hernandez and George Gonzalez. Not even to mention the bomb that Yamoses hit. It's been a barrage. Braden Eric is still the pitcher, and he keeps throwing fastballs in there. That one's lifted to the right side. It's going to be either Montes or Sotolongo. Sotolongo calls it. That's the 3rd out of the inning. We'll be right back after this. Thanks for watching. It's a 14-8 game in favor of the Bulldogs.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to Braddock High School for a great game. I'm almost out of breath. The Braddock Bulldogs are taking on the visitors, the Palmetto Panthers. On the mound, the new pitcher, Eduardo Chavarria. He's a sidearm sensation. First pitch swinging by Ethan Fraginals. And we're in the top of the 5th, and this has been an offensive display. A barrage, I want to call it. An offensive. Hey, if you wanted to learn how to hit, you guys got to watch these Bulldogs. Boy, they can put it together. They have 6 guys that are hitting over 350. 3 of them are hitting over 400. And this is going to be a team to reckon with come playoff time. There's a slider from Echavarria that's up high. Echavarria, we've seen him before. You know, he's a crafty right-hander, drops it down about 3/4 of the way, likes to throw a hard slider, fastball. You can label him the closer. And there, wow, that one's inside and almost got a piece of him. Martinez, Sanchez, Hernandez, and Sarmiento are still in the infield. The backstop back there is Sebastian Yamoses. And then we have Torres, Fernandez, and Sarmiento in left field. There's a side armor, and that's one hit foul. So quickly 2 strikes here in the top of the 5th, 14-8. This game was won 6-1, believe it or not. It was 6-1. As he's in here with me handling the scoreboard, and that one swung, and it pops out of Moses' glove, but close enough for him to get it, regroup, and throw over to Sarmiento for the first out. Matthew doing a great job. Everybody pitches in here in Braddock, man. It's not a one-man show. One guy does the lines, the other guy rakes the field. You got Tommy O out here with the tractor, and he's the girls softball coach, and he's out here helping the baseball guys out. That's how much of a family and I got your back attitude out here, Bulldog. That's why I love coming out here. I love the dogs. They do it on a low budget, but, man, they do it. Chaveria's on the mound, and the side armors, well, he can get it to home in a hurry. He's facing Isaac Revelta with 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss from the lefty. Now they're winning, which is even funner than just winning the whole way. And that one's lifted to Torres in center field. He's got a beat on it. He calls it. And Marcelo makes the 2nd out of the inning. It's going to bring up Blake Fuller. And there's one that Blake is going to wear. He might need some therapy after that. Maybe a cold plunge. Maybe some of those suction things that you guys wear nowadays. But definitely he's going to have to rub it after the game. Porque eso va a dejar un morado. And Chavarria still on the mound with 2 outs, and there's a nice slider, and it's slapped over to Hernandez, who dives and makes an excellent play. He comes up and fires, and wow, what a play. Not only can he hit, but he can field. He can do it all. His name is Adam Hernandez, folks. That's who he is, and you're watching FSPN. We'll be right back. Welcome back to a 14-8 ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning in favor of the home team, the Braddock Bulldogs, who've really turned it on here. The offense has been incredible. Marcelo Torres has been part of all that as well. Base hit, a triple, stolen base, a walk, 2 runs scored. He's done everything but wash cars. I mean, he can open up a car wash and hit a double easy. Got a new arm on the mound. His name's Marcelo Valdez, number 11 for the Panthers. And I tell you, these guys, the Bulldogs, they didn't get down. They were down 8-6, but their spirits were up. And once the bats started to come alive, there's a nice slider and a ground ball to the right side of the mound. It's going to be picked up by Ethan. He's going to eat it. Is on first base and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So I'm extending an invitation. It's only a base hit invitation. It's not a home run invitation, but you can join the hit party. And you're cordially invited by me, Uncle Muggs. And Martinez hits a shot to the right side, and he just joined the hit party. Now, 1 guy left on the Bulldog lineup to get a hit, and he's coming up to bat a little bit. In the box now, Sebastian Yamoses. And I gotta ask him about that walk-up song, because This Girl Is on Fire by Alicia Keys. And I understand about the fire part. And that one's hit high in deep left field. Barthez goes back to the fence, and he makes the play right in front of the fence in left field. Andy Sarmiento, the first baseman, he has a double, an RBI, a base hit, an RBI. He struck out in between that. And he's facing the right-hander Marcelo Valdez from the visiting Panthers of Palmetto that are down 14-8. They ran into a buzzsaw. They thought they were going to come in here maybe and upset these Bulldogs, but que va. The Bulldogs just turned it on, and there's nice off-speed pitch called for a strike. Big looping curveball by Valdez. With 2 strikes, they're going to ring him up. That's an I want to go home early call from the umpire. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th. Miguel Reyes is in the box now for the Bulldogs, and he bunted his way aboard in the last inning. It's a 14-8 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Valdez is the new pitcher, and he gets that one over for a strike. Ray is looking to swing the bat now. Big boy from the right side. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Uncle Muggs at Braddock Field. The 0-1, that one's hit on the ground. Nice play by the shortstop. He goes to third base. He steps on the bag for the 3rd out, and the Bulldogs are going to leave one. They get none. We head to the top of the 6th inning with your score 14-8 in favor of the Bulldogs, and you're watching FSPN.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back, high school baseball fans, to a good game here at Braddock Field between the visiting Panthers of Palmetto and the home team, the Braddock Bulldogs. On the mound is Echeverria, the hard-throwing side armor. Eduardo Echeverria for the Bulldogs. He's going to face a second, third, and fourth batter for the visiting Panthers in the likes of Sebastian Hernandez, the shortstop. Then it's Christian Dixon, the DH, and he'll be followed by Johnny Montez. He's the first baseman. And we've had a crazy game here. Started off 4-0. Looked like it was going to be a normal game. Then the Panthers scored 1 in their half of the 2nd inning and made it 4-1. And then the Bulldogs scored 2 more in the bottom of the 2nd, and it made it 6-2, 6-1. And then the wheels fell off. The Panthers turned things around. It became 8-6. And the Bulldogs scored 8, and that's where we are right now in the top of the 6th inning in a 14-8 game. The hands of the Breezy Boys in West Broward, and that was over a month ago. And that one got a piece of Hernandez, and it bounced off and got a piece of Yamoses. So 2 guys that are shaking their hands and elbows on one pitch. You know, they're only down by 4. They got the leadoff man here on. They have 6 outs away. And there's one hit into the Panther dugout. Well, let's talk about inside the park. You don't want to miss it this Sunday. It's going to be a St. Patrick's Day special. And we're going to go over the Dade County top 12. That's my list. This is my list. Chappie's going to have his own list. And remember, 10% off if you mention you heard this ad on FSPN for Florida. State tentless termite treatment. With the runner on first, Sebastian Hernandez. The batter is Christian Dixon. Chaveria, that one slapped foul. Tomorrow we have a good one. We have the Miami Beach High Tides are visiting Mandy Pelaez's Southwest Eagles. And that should be a good one. Here's the Bulldogs, no strangers to success. 2021 GMAC and district champs. Big gap in between there. Chaverias goes in the dirt. Harold Martinez. There's some of his accolades as a player. But we have something exciting coming up later this month, and we need everyone to take part in it. Through our Instagram page, we're giving away, well, actually, first we're going to we're going to have voting, and we're going to take nominees for the first annual FESPI Awards. And I'm going to post something up soon, so everyone can nominate their favorite player. And there's a swing and a miss and a strike 3 to Sebastian Hernandez. Christian Dixon, with Hernandez on first base. And that's 1 out. So getting back to the FESPIs, we're going to have the nominations, and then everybody's going to be able to vote. And come the end of the season, we're going to have winners in a bunch of different categories, and the trophies are beautiful. I mean, they're glass. They look a lot like the real SBs, but they're FESPIs. There's a strike called to Johnny Montez. Chaveria, swing and a miss and a little fly ball to Sanchez, who's calling it at shortstop. He's going to make the second out of the inning on a little lazy pop fly. Chaveria is being effective after he hit a batter. He struck out 1 and a fly ball to shortstop, and that's going to bring up Chris Batres. Look in this hand, because you don't want to remember what I did over here. There's a ground ball hit over to Martinez, who plays it on a hop. He goes to second base for the third out. And we head to the bottom of the 6th, and your score is 14-8. You're watching FSPN. from Braddock Field, where the home team is winning. Don't change that channel.
You're watching the Florida Sports Programming Network.
Welcome back to the bottom of the sixth inning. High school baseball fans, you're watching your favorite channel for high school sports. It's Florida Sports Programming Network. I'm Uncle Muggs. I'm at Braddock Field, and we have a really good game here if you're a Braddock Bulldog fan, because it's 14-8. The batter now is Daniel Tavares, and this is his second time up. He flew out to right field his first time up, and we've had a good one. A couple lead changes. Right now the pitcher is Valdez, Marcelo Valdez, and he is the fourth pitcher for the visiting Palmetto Panthers, who once had the lead 8-6. I apologize for the crooked camera. A couple foul balls. There's a ground ball over to Hernandez, who picks it up and fires over to Montez for the first out. All right, folks, I got to be quick with this guy. His name's Adam Hernandez. He already has 3 hits today. He scored 3 runs. He likes to swing at the first pitch, and the last time that I wasn't ready, he hit a home run. And today he started off with the first pitch swinging of the game, and he got a base hit to start off this game, and here he is against Valdez. Wow, he strangely takes that one for a strike. And some scores in yesterday's games from around the league. The Steven Suarez-led Archbishop Carroll Bulldogs beat the Braddock Panthers 5-3. And that one slapped into left field for the 4th hit of the day for the hit machine, Adam Hernandez. Gomez is now pitching. Boy, he would have had 5 hits in one day. The roof would have blown off this place. And we do have a roof here today, by the way. All right, another scores around the league from yesterday. Just going to go over some of the good games. St. Brendan's faced Coral Gables at yesterday at Mark Lake Stadium, Alex Rodriguez Field. And our boy JP, John Perez, was on the bump. And the Sabres won 6-2. It was 2-1 for a long time. I was watching it on the Game Changer thing. Valdez throws low to Gomez. This is your pinch hitter here for Fernandez, and he slaps that one to the left side. Coming over is Barthez. It's going to drop for a seeing eye bloopy base hit. It's going to look like a line drive in the book. All right, Manny Sanchez, the shortstop for these Bulldogs, steps into the box with the runners on first and second base to face Valdez, and quickly Valdez gets one over for a strike. Sanchez has a hit on the day. He flied out to second base. He had a sacrifice bunt, and he grounded out to third base. And let's see what he does here against Marcelo Valdez. And that one's hit high and deep in the left center field. Barthez looks up. He goes to the fence, and it's off the top of the fence. And here comes the hustling Gomez. And, boy, it looks like he's going to score the 15th run. And I have a yellow flag in my hand, and I'm about to throw this in any minute. On a couple more runs, I'm going to throw the flag. All right, now batting. I'm gonna try to get some of those scores in a minute, folks. There's just so much action going on here, and these guys just hit, and another guy that you don't want to blink. You don't want to even breathe. So hold your eyelids open. It's Marcelo Torres. He has a bases clearing triple, a base hit. He's stolen a base. He's walked. He scored a couple runs, and it's 15-8 in the bottom of the 6th inning from Braddock Field, and he has runners on first and second. And I'm trying to get to some scores because there were some really good games yesterday and Monday. Westminster beat the Spartans 4-0. They shut out Mo Spartans. And that one's hit high and deep to left center field. The center fielder, Josh Gordon, looking back. And you could say in sync to that one. And bye for Marcelo Torres. And Marcelo Torres is a double away from the cycle. Marcelo Torres has 4 hits on the game. A base hit, a triple, 2 base hits, a triple, and here comes the boom. Let me get the camera ready because I love when they do this. There's a little boom, but here comes the big boom. And boom, there it is. The Bulldogs are up. And with that blast off the bat of Marcelo Torres, we're going to say bye. Just like the ball did, said bye. These guys hit 3 home runs. They did the last time that we were here. And I wouldn't mind coming back here to Braddock Field to cover another game because it's always exciting. There's good pitching. There's great defense, tremendous hitting, and great coaching by Harold Martinez. So I want to thank Harold. I want to thank Jeff Lara. I want to thank Omar, Rudy, and Tommy O, and, of course, Harold Martinez and the whole crew here, Tito and Matthew and everybody here. You guys have been awesome. And this is Uncle Muggs. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching FSPN, everybody.